everyone, and welcome back to another video on Manav Sports Talk. So, I know the football season is over, I know the NFL is over, and people like me typically want to see more football because we love the game so much. So, this year we have a new change. The XFL is coming. The XFL is another football league, I guess you could say, and it starts this weekend on Saturday, where there'll be about 8 teams playing, and it's just football once again, which many fans would love to see. They're trying to make this more entertaining than the NFL. They're trying to make rule changes. They want big plays. They want just a more entertaining game overall. So that's what the XFL is all about. In this XFL league, you have players. They're not from the NFL. NFL players are not really playing in this game. Former NFL players are playing in this game. Players that were undrafted, got cut by teams in the NFL. Like, they were just not signed by NFL teams. They showed potential, but then NFL teams didn't want them. They never went to the actual level they were supposed to. Just players that were there and then they just disappeared. And now here they are in this league. If you're big football fans, you probably have heard of some of the guys' names. But yeah, it's just a whole nother league with these new players in. Some of these guys can be very enticing to see. So I think it'll be a fun league. It's starting on Saturday. These games will be coming on TV if you're interested in watching Fox, ABC, stuff like that. So we have 8 teams in this league. They're going to be the Dallas Renegades, the DC Defenders, the Houston Roughnecks, the LA Wildcats, the New York Guardians, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Seattle Dragons, and the Tampa Bay Vipers. These are the teams that will be playing in the XFL. There was a draft for this, and teams just chose whoever they thought was best for their team. And yeah, so some key players or players that you might have heard of. Obviously, there is Connor Cook. This guy was drafted very high by the Houston Roughnecks, but he's not playing the starting job, so it's kind of really strange what he's doing. Other players we have are Christine Michael. This guy is highly known by, obviously, big NFL fans, but he's a running back for the St. Louis Battlehawks. This guy played for the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL and was highly thought of. He just never emerged truly in the NFL. And now he's playing in the XFL. He's one of the main guys here. Next is Josh Johnson. He's a quarterback for the LA Wildcats. This guy has been in the NFL for many, many years. He's been through tons of teams over and over, and now he's playing in the XFL as one of the stars, you could say. He's a very mobile quarterback, can run really well. We have Sammy Coates. This guy also plays for the Houston Roughnecks. He's a wide receiver, former Pittsburgh Steeler and Houston Texan. I think this guy can be a really good wide receiver in the XFL. We also have Eli Rogers. He's another former Pittsburgh Steeler who's now playing for the DC Defenders. I think he's another good receiver. He did have some good plays in the NFL. I think he'll be good. And one of the biggest guys in the XFL is going to be Landry Jones, the former backup quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was thought of as the next guy coming up for the Steelers as their future quarterback, but things never worked out, and here he is for the Dallas Renegades. This guy is going to be very highly thought of in the XFL and is going to be one of the top guys out there. So yeah, so in the XFL, they're trying to make the game more interesting. So there are actually quite a bit of rule changes. Here are probably the main ones. So typically in the NFL, there is a point after touchdown which you kick it through the uprights. There is none in the XFL. It's almost like a 2-point conversion. You have to run a play from either the 1, 2, or 3 yard line. And no, it's 1, 2, or 3 points you can get from this. And so you can do a 1-point try from the 2 yard line, a 2-point try from the 5 yard line, or a 3-point try from the 10-yard line. So technically a touchdown could be 9 points, which is really, really cool. So yeah. There also something like double forward passes. You can throw 2 forward passes on a play. For a catch, this is really big. You only need 1 foot in bounds, just like college. For kickoffs, it's going to be looking very different. Players are going to be really close to each other. The guy has to catch it. It's just going to look a whole lot different on kickoffs now. Punts, they're trying to make coaches want to go for it more on 4th down. So the consequences of punting the football are more severe as compared to the NFL, where it's not as bad. There are no challenges. Coaches cannot challenge any plays. The overtime, I really like this overtime rule. The NFL overtime rule is so stupid and dumb. It makes no sense. Like it always happens where the team who wins the coin toss receives the ball and just wins the game. The other team never even gets a chance to touch the ball. It's so unfair. At least in this XFL, they're going to be doing it like a soccer shootout, you know? So like each offense will have 5 attempts to complete a 2-point conversion from their 5-yard line. And then so each team gets 5 tries. Whoever gets most out of 5 wins. So it's really much, much better. You're only going to have 2 timeouts per team. I think that pretty much wraps up all the new rule changes that you should need to know. Obviously, there'll be more. I went over the main ones. So, yeah. The coaches also, if you're interested, these coaches would be like former college or former NFL coaches who had some previous stints. They were there. They might have won some championships in college, or one of the main guys you might have heard of in college football. So keep that in mind. I think it's going to be a really nice, just a really nice game to watch for people. It's going to be really exciting. So can't wait to watch it. It's going to be starting on Saturday. So yeah. So that wraps up my video today about the XFL, what it is, and some of the rules and some of the main guys and players. So please smash that like button and please subscribe to my channel. I came out with the NBA preview yesterday of tonight's game between the Rockets. And I also did NFL videos for the entire postseason. You can go check those out if you want to see how my predictions fared out. Overall, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And overall, please subscribe and just have fun watching these games.